Hi, my name is Carla Howell. If you're watching this video, chances are you've attempted to sell your home recently and it just didn't happen as you intentionally wanted it to. So before you delve into this entire presentation, I wanted to explain the traditional method of listing homes on the MLS or maybe just on Zillow. I'm a realtor in the Northern Front Range, but I am not out to get your listings, so I hope you will relax, absorb this information, and I hope you find it helpful. So stay tuned. The MLS is an abbreviation for Multiple Listing Service, and it's a collaboration of listings from local brokers in specific geographical areas. The MLS enforces and creates an environment where real estate brokers agree to share their listings with each other to promote and sell residential and sometimes smaller commercial or land listings. There are 597 MLS systems in the United States as of 2020, but there is not one grand MLS that connects all the individual systems together, so each MLS is tied to a specific location and geographically locked. For example, in the Denver area, there are 3 MLS systems, one in Denver, Colorado Springs, and Fort Collins. These 3 MLSs have agreed to work together to provide brokers and agents in those areas a seamless search capability in the Front Range. However, there are no rules governing these agencies or encouraging these types of agreements, so it's completely up to the individual MLS system and the real estate members. However, if we wanted to search in any other areas, say west of us, in Durango, Vail, Grand Junction, or any other areas, we would be denied access directly unless we individually decided to pay for a membership, which is pretty expensive. So you might wonder how the rest of the world sees your listing. That's where Zillow, Trulia, Homes.com, and so many more come into play. These third-party sites are fed listings from a company called List Hub, which has an agreement with each individual MLS to upload listings to a long list of sites. Some of them I have never even heard of. In our MLS, when we upload a listing, it gets promoted to 90 other websites. So will your buyer come from an outside the MLS system? The National Association of Realtors knows that 88% of transactions come through a local real estate professional. So that leaves a probability of 12% or less to interact with your listing outside. Some sales are private, others are through means of auction, and sure, a buyer may find your home on one of those sites, and then they actually connect with a local realtor in that area. So the truth is, these sites like Zillow and Trulia and others actually funnel browsers back to local real estate agents for a hefty monthly fee, sometimes as much as $5,000 a month. Then your listing just becomes one of many, and most of these browsers, these types of websites are not qualified, serious, or time sensitive. So the actual conversion rate for a real estate agent is 1 in 100 leads that will typically actually lead to a serious buyer. The MLS system works well with median and average price points. This is where most of the turnover activity takes place, and this is where the largest pool of buyers resides. The higher the listing price, the smaller the buyer pool. But what happens if your home is unique in price, function, amenities, location? Where are your buyers? How can you find that special market that wants to compete for your home? I invite you to watch my presentation. There's another way to sell your luxury home, and I believe sincerely that consumers should know all of their options. So enjoy the presentation, and I hope you find it insightful. Hi, my name is Carla Howell. I'm with Equity Colorado Real Estate in Boulder County. In this brief presentation, I want to show you why your home didn't sell. I've noticed that you haven't listed your home yet, and I'm thinking chances are you've changed your plans a little bit. But what I want to share with you is another way to sell your luxury property now so you can move forward with your plans. There are 2 options to getting your luxury home sold. Number 1, you can choose to get your home sold quickly in 60 days for full market value. Or number 2, you can continue to list it on the MLS with its limited exposure to the types of buyers that are looking for your luxury property right now. keeping it on the market for 1, 2, 3 years sometimes because it's unique and that's how long other homes in your price range take to move, that can cause your home to sell for a fraction of your original asking price. One of the biggest factors in determining the offer price is the number of days on the market. The longer the days on market, the more negative the perception buyers have of your asking price, and therefore there's an inherent cost associated to the total number of days on the market. Even after you've taken it off the market, buyers can continue to view the history of your most recent listing on Zillow and other websites. The hard truth is that these sites are becoming even more transparent than ever before, leaving your history exposed to the public. Today's luxury real estate has limited liquidity, so the buyer pool is limited. There is a target market for this type of buyer, and putting it on the MLS, well, that's like a shotgun approach with limited reach. So you have to market much farther than the MLS to find your pool of buyers. The most opportune buyer for your home may not even be looking, because in the luxury market, nobody needs to buy a home. It's a different purchase mindset. Properties in this category are difficult to value and are not as liquid as median-priced homes. We measure liquidity as a relative measurement in real estate. High liquidity is a range of home values that have the most home buyers. So low liquidity is the range of home values that have the least buyers. Price has little bearing on demand at this level. Not reaching the right buyers means you won't experience multiple buyers competing for your property. And then price reductions are proven to undermine the value of your home, causing buyers to step back, wait it out, thinking that there'll be more reductions and an opportunity for them to offer less. But what if I told you that I have a solution so that you can sell quickly and move on to your next journey? You can sell your luxury home in 60 days. We have a proven marketing system that targets that luxury buyer, the one that just has to have your beautiful home, not out of need, but out of desire and dreams. And a system where you are in control. You get to choose the date of your sale. You get to decide all the terms of your agreement. Here in Colorado, there are 7 different buyer contingencies in the Colorado real estate contract. And this is where a buyer can negotiate or can terminate the transaction without any explanation required. But with our system, there are no contingencies attached to get in the way of your closing because you've done all of your due diligence right up front, so it will be a true as-is sale. And the process is simple and sells more luxury homes than you may be aware of. There's no surprises. Every step is clearly planned out, systematized, and communicated to you at every step of the way. You will always know what to expect. This system is called auction, and it's been around the real estate industry for a very long time. And why? Because auction is a marketing machine that gets multiple buyers competing for your home, driving your price upward. I want you to meet Tommy and Cindy Roberts. Here's their beautiful real estate that was auctioned off in January of 2021. A beautiful gated community in New Mexico, 45 minutes from Durango. Tommy and Cindy tried to sell this custom home in their gated community the traditional way, using a realtor to enter it into the MLS, promote it with brochures, signs, great pictures, and of course video tours. But after over a year of using this traditional system, they called me in complete frustration and were exhausted. So we discussed their property in detail, and then my partner and I proceeded to create their luxury auction strategy. Here's the results of their 30-day marketing campaign. They had 23,000 online views of their property, 200 interested buyers, 50 showings, and then 14 pre-qualified buyers bidding on their home. I'm glad to say that it sold in 60 days and closed on January 8th of 2021. Even during COVID-19 restrictions, this process worked seamlessly. So they paid no commission and had no contingencies attached. I'm very happy to share that Tommy and Cindy are extremely relieved and excited to finally move forward. And there's many more success stories just like this one using our luxury auction system. So have I piqued your interest in learning more? Let me just recap the advantages one more time, and let's compare the luxury auction system to the traditional selling process side by side. So in the auction system, the focus is on your property only. Auction promotes urgency, which creates competition. And because of that, the price will rise to the highest the market will bear. There's no contract contingencies. You get to choose the sale and your closing date, and auctions have a closing ratio of up to 100%, and the buyer pays the commission. Now, let's compare that to the traditional way. Your property is one of many. Price reductions are actually encouraged to create buyer interest. Upside potential is limited because you've already set the asking price. And then contingencies are common, and buyers can cancel anytime. There's an unknown sale and an unknown closing date, and we don't even know if for sure that it will close. The closing ratio is roughly 75%, meaning that 25% of properties fall out of contract in this current market, and then seller pays all commissions. Auction can benefit sellers at all levels of the housing market, but especially luxury homeowners. There's no obligation at all to learn more. Rather than give up on your move or try to list it the same way you've been doing it in the past, just give us a quick call. I think you'll be very impressed on how we can create the perfect marketing strategy to help you and your family finally make that move that you originally anticipated. Well, thank you for watching. I hope we get to talk to you soon. Bye for now.